Hello and welcome back to Choice Bits of Bliss. Today I'm going to share with you an album that we made while we were on the cruise with Vicky Booten. And caveat, I love the album, but I'm not going to use this album for that vacation. It just doesn't have the colors that go with the kit that I had already started pulling together a year and a half ago for this vacation. So I wanted to get that out of the way. But this album is adorable. We had a cutting class before we got on the ship, and I made some miscuts. So my album does not look like everyone else's album. I have a couple of pieces of paper in here that I had to sub in because I messed up. And you know what? That's okay. That is okay. So, like I said, I love this album. I think it is adorable. She has a lot of techniques in here and flip-flaps, and she always creates a fun album. I love taking her album classes. But, like I said, the color, this is one of the papers that I had to sub in. The colors just were not what I wanted for this. And that's okay. I can use this for something else. We have other vacations. I thought you would just enjoy looking at how creative it was. She always does such fun interactive elements. This is probably one of my favorite techniques because you get those 4 photos on there. And it's just adorable. It's just adorable. I have shared in another video the kit that I had started pulling together. That is the end of the album. So I won't share every element with it. I also have shared the traveler's notebook that I had created. So how did I use this on the vacation, our vacation? And that sticker, I have glued it, and it just doesn't want to stay down. Anyway, I thought I would be doing journaling. I didn't have time, and I didn't have the energy at the end of each day, to be honest. So what I did what we needed to pack. First days, I went ahead and decorated each day that we would be on vacation. And I placed in here pieces of memorabilia that correspond for that day. So that's what I did instead of journaling. But I did do I decorated the pages. And I have all of these little tidbits. I bought postcards from each time we went to a port. And then I kept, this is what they, Royal Caribbean gave us each night before we ported. And then, tickets. We were not supposed to go to Croatia. Our last port was supposed to have been Olympia. And because of the weather issues, we had to come back. And we went to Dubrovnik. And that is what I did with my traveler's notebook. That is going to help me scrapbook my trip. Now, this is what I decided. I wanted a color that reminds me of Italy and Greece. So I chose a different album. Here's more memorabilia. And I will briefly show you some of the different colors that I plan on using. So I've got this to supplement with. It's not all this blue. You know, there's that white with silver. I don't know how much of this I will use, but I have all of these different colors. I pulled this paper because we did ride one of these. We did in Mykonos. No, Santorini. Was it? I think it was Mykonos. Anyway, I have a specialty paper. The last place we stayed at in Italy, the Airbnb, they had an lemon orchard. So I wanted to make sure I have some lemon paper. And this is what I had originally pulled from the beginning. Now, I do not want to lean into this color so much, as I want to focus on more of these colors. So there's elements that I can use in here, but I won't be using, probably I won't be using this. And that's just a personal thing. Like these colors are what I'm wanting. Because the water really is, those colors. I had pulled this a long time ago. I thought that, and I can probably use these certain elements, but like I said, I don't think I want to use these darker blues. So I will lean more into the neutrals probably from these papers. And I had pulled all of this from Simple Stories. I don't know, like I said, I can use certain elements, but I don't think I will be using the deep blues and reds. I may use the stamps because, you know, I can do my own colors, but these are not, it ended up not being what I want. Yeah. I had pulled this before I had experienced. So this, yes. This, yes. So we're going to see. We're going to see how this works together. We did not go to see the Leaning Tower of Pisa. We could have, but we didn't. But I really want more of these colors. So as I go through these papers and pull what I'm going to create my album with, we will see. We will just see how it works out. So what are my intentions? My intentions are to probably go through my album classes that I've had with Vicki. And I'm sorry, there's glare. And pull the instructions and create a new album that fits the colors that I want to do. I'll pull, like, so when in her album classes, when she gives a supply list, she has the papers, you know, numbered, what you're going to use. I'll pull the papers, and then I'll move forward with that album class that way. If I can't find instructions that I want to use, you know what? I'm going to go to her website. I'm going to buy a class without you can just purchase the classes without getting the product. And because I love how she builds an album, I really do. So I can purchase an album class, I think for like $40, and you have those instructions forever. You can't beat that. Plus you're going to get to build an album out of it. So those are my intentions. I wanted to come back and share that with you. This is something that I'm going to take my time with. I don't want to rush it. I wanted to share because people had asked me, you know, what to share, what we made when we were on the ship. And then I wanted to share my intentions. That is it. That's all I have for today. Thank you so, so much for being here, for joining me, for being interested. Come back. We will chat again soon. Bye-bye.